Okay, Top Fresh Sadi Gimel, and we're going to look at the top a little bit just to be able to get us into number Mem Beis and number Mem Gimel, which are down below, which are going to show us some concluding ideas. If we went to the bottom of the right-hand column, and we said, Vizel Shono, quote from that place where it says on the end of the line, third line from the bottom. He says, Kat iskali l'zeira, when it's revealed into, we'll call it to Zair Anpin. Zair Anpin, yonek min hasa'aras osius de Golgotha. So we're saying over here, the Zohar Chai is saying that he's concentrating on the hairs coming out of the skull, moving along. He says, Misyashvin, they stray bebay, Elun Asfen v'iskra b'hom hainu, that it's called by that name. Hainu shahakora b'sefer Torah. Now, this is going back to the Baal Koreh. He said, but when a person is reading the Sefer Torah, b'tamim in the kudos, and he has to put the tamim and the kudos in because they're not there on the plain Sefer Torah, ma'or or ein sof, the tamer v'gan is b'gogu galta, which is in the Kesser, that part of the Kesser, which is called the Gugolta, that arouses all of that, which is hidden in there. V'oros atek v'Erich v'Abba and Ima, hakore, so the person who's reading the Torah, mamshech b'kriyas ha'osios shehem Zair Anpin, he's reading the letters which are referred to Zair Anpin, because Zair Anpin is the Sefer Torah, is the written Torah. He says, then we come to where we're going to be looking here. He says, number Mem Beis v'iskri b'kol elu oros, it's called, as it's called, b'kol elu ha'oros, when you actually do the reading of it. All of these lies, hamizgalim b'Zair Anpin, which are normally revealed in Zair Anpin, come out. Now let's look at number Mem Bet and see if we could get a better understanding than what I was able to say. Number Mem Bet down below says, Rei b'Lekutei Torah. This is what he says. Hakavanot b'Zair Anpin l'bad maspik. If all you did was think that as you're reading the Torah, the Baal Koreh is reading, that his kavanah is Zair Anpin, because the written Torah, my thinking is that it represents Zair Anpin. Hisham nimsa Erich Anpin, because in the reading itself, and in the written Torah itself, you have Erich Anpin and Abba and Ima mislavshim zechatoch zeh b'toch Zair Anpin. They're in there to begin with, but he's saying that it's hidden. You can't open up the Sefer Torah to see them. But the Zecher b'Tefes Sefer Torah ein bo tamim in the kudos, and because of the fact that they're hidden, then there's no tamim in the kudos over here. Zecher b'Rebeki heim ramazin the shorish Zair Anpin, because it's a reference. The fact that I think he means that they're not there, or that's what they are, is the root of Zair Anpin. Shebo Erich Anpin v'Abba and Ima, and they're both benimi to Zair Anpin. Ki tamim, so now he says like this, the tamim that you use in reading the Sefer Torah, Erich Anpin, so the tamim come from Erich Anpin. So tamim is the highest level of the tanta, which we know from other places. Ve'enem is gala raka osish shehem b'Zair Anpin. The only thing they actually see revealed there is the letters. The tagim, what are the tagim? Shuhu ha'aras bina taga the ratios. This is the tagim on the head of the letters. Shuhu, which represents a radiance that's coming from the bina of Erich Anpin. Amnam Erich Anpin v'Abba. So I guess the Amnam Erich Anpin v'Abba who Tamer v'Gan is, who's hidden over there, hidden away. V'Gan is tader lo izgal yaklal. You don't physically see them at all. The tzar shekavanot the tamim v'nekuda. So you have to really concentrate on that. Because, as he just said, is that they represent, well, he said nekudos over here. Previously, he said tagim. So the tamim and nekudos, the horas the Erich Anpin v'Abba mislavshim sham al shehem ne'olomim. That's the whole idea. V'kriyasach misorer or Erich Anpin toch Abba and Ima. That is Abba, let me see, betoch Abba, v'Abba toch Ima, v'Ima toch Zair Anpin, ad shemeirim the kol lomos, until the point where they're completely and totally shining, but the actual physical quality of them is only contained in the voice. But this is Omer B'Seinu Zal, a Kore Beloch Ne'ima, so a person who reads without a tune, that's what he says. All of Hakasav Omer, on that person, the pasuk says over here in Yechezkel, V'gam ani nisati lechem chukim lo tovim. So in other words, the Hashem is not happy if you just read it, because if you read it, you're leaving out its root, which is the most important part and the connection that we have to Erich Anpin. Now let's look on a little bit more after number. Let's see, this is going to be number Mem Gimel. So after number Mem Bet, it said, "V'iskri b'kol elu ha'oros hamizgalim b'Zair Anpin," and now they're called along when they're doing it. They have these letters, these oros from the very most penimistic part coming in. Olamos neshamos alokus. So he says what gets revealed there. Olamos, the hiddenness, the hidden elements. Neshamos, that penimius attitude which is full of kedusha. That's the way I'm translating it anyway. That's from the Igeris of Besht. He said, brought the Besht here. Okay, so then he goes. So then that's pretty much where we want to go to. Ein Sof Atik Erich Abba and Ima. So he says the Ein Sof represents all of these things. Atik Erich Abba and Ima. All of those things are within the Baal Kore's purview. That is to concentrate on that. Hakol Nimshach B'Kriyas Ha'Osius. So when you read those letters, everything gets pulled down to it. Oros Rabbos. Tremendous lights. So we have one more here. We have number Mem Gimel. Let me see if I can get a little focus on that. There we go. So he says, Reba Igeris Sham Zaldashono. So what did he say? Well, he said that there's the Igeris of the Besht. Be'ez tivilascha v'limuducho v'chol diva v'diva v'bemotzus v'secha tekaven l'yached shem. Now he included in this, before he was talking specifically, he's not really trying to get into the Besht. And he says, when you're praying, when you're learning Torah, like now, every single word that comes out of the mouth, tekaven l'yached shem, you have the concept of a yichud taking place here. Ki b'kol os v'os, yesh olamos neshamos v'alokus. Now that's a phrase that we haven't really seen before. These are the words. He says, Olamos, I translate it as hidden worlds. The Shamos is a little bit, I guess, a little bit closer. Neshama is more tangible, I'm thinking. The Alokos is the Kedusha, the glow that's within all of them. The Olam and Miskashan and Misyachni Misecha Vizel, so they go up, they bind themselves together, and they become one. And then if you're looking at it in the terms of what he says is that each and every letter that you're saying could be bound into a word. And that is the ultimate yichud. So then what you're doing is you're incorporating everything, this neshama that he mentioned, the word neshama. This is what he means by olamos. All of them become tied together, all of the hidden aspects. Okay, so that gives you that's a very beautiful view. Now we want to go over to the next piece, and that's going to be found on page Resh Zion. Let me see, just very carefully lift this up. And first, we're going to read the top part. Just this is okay. So we've been doing this for years, actually. Yuda tika sasin beitroi. So he says that the Yud of Yud Kei Vav that we've been talking about is closed up in its place. Begin Shamach below Ishtakach, because there, if you had your inner spaceship and which is actually your mind, if your mind was able to get close to that place, you wouldn't be able to find this letter Yud. It's not findable there. I'm not sure what that means yet, so go on. And then he goes to the next letter. He says the letter Hey Ispatach Ba'achra. So the letter Hey is found in another place. The inking between Nukvin. It's interesting what he means by this. And they make holes in the true, they find the openings, or they make the openings, sounds like they make the openings, between Nukvin and the two nostrils of the nose. And then he says, V'ishtakach b'tikunim. So exactly what that means, and through the tikunim, I'm not sure which tikunim he means. He says, V'vav ispatach ba'achra. So the vav, it opens up and is found in another place. They say Cholek L'Dodi L'Mesharim, so it travels to its beloved in a straight line, something like this. Then he comes to a phrase that we've seen a lot, and trying to pin it down to understand what it is. We understand the word Boltzinam, it really refers to Gevurahs. So he says that what we call the Butzina de Cardenusa, the Makasich Pischa, and it's used to cover up, that's what it sounds like, the opening, the opening. What that meant, I'm not sure. Vav la'elo, he says there is a vav up above. Vav latata. Hey la'ela, hey latata. One hey up above, one hey down below. Yud la'elo u'babacho below ishtatef achra. So he says that there's a yud up above, but that yud is not joined to anything else where it could be manifest. V'lo saleg b'hado, doesn't go out by itself. Bar remiza de ramazim, in other words, we can't really place it. The only way that we can place it is through a remiza, the ramiz. There is a hint to it. That's what we know. Now, some of this is very mysterious, so let's see what we could do. We have a blurb here, or this introduction. He says, Acha Shabir La'el Inyan Osius Yud Kei Vav de Erich Anpin Bibir Od Osius Yud Kei Vav Elo Mispashtim Nichlalham Zair Anpin. That's what we've been talking about now, and he talked about where they were or how they were. We saw tremendously beautiful things there. Yuvar Anta Rashiyesh Hebdel Bein Yos Yud the Osios Hey and Vav. There's a difference between these three letters. Hey Lamala Be'Erich Anpin, Ve'hem Lamata Be'Zair Anpin, either place where you find them shown or manifest. V'dechida Yivara Lamala Be'or Be'Erich Anpin. Let's talk about that first. The Os Yud, the Kruma, the Vira, where do you find the Os Yud? You find that in the second kesser, the second head of Zair Anpin, of Erich Anpin. Ein lo shum pesif v'gilui. It doesn't have an opening. There's no revelation of it at all. V'le'umo zos osius hein vav the Erich Anpin yesh lechem pesicha v'gilui. There is an opening for them. That opening reveals them. Ki ozazeh nifteches b'nikve hachoyte, because it opens up in the nostrils of the nose. So that's period. V'osvav niftaches b'hispashtuso beguf b'sof das, and then the osvav, that opens up and it spreads into the body of Zair Anpin b'sof das. That's what das does. V'acher kach yuvor l'mata b'Zair Anpin, the os yud de Erich Anpin eina mishtatefes im os yud tachtona de Zair Anpin. So that comes out that there is no shituf. Now, what does he mean by a shituf here? Because he had said we read that the Yud is not findable. Even if you could get your spaceship into the deepest part of your mind, you couldn't conceive of that. I guess that's what he means. The Zair Anpin ela miskalelas beremis bilvad. That's all. You just have this hint. Now, there's a really question still about what the remis is, how you the remis, because now he's saying it's not manifest in Zair Anpin. It's hard to hear. Bluma zos osius hey and vav the Erich Anpin. Those though nichlala mishtatvin ba osius hey vav the Zair Anpin. They actually make a oneness there. That's all a little bit mysterious, I think. Now we're going to go in and, so we got a little late start today. I just want to read through this and do the best we can. So now he has the running commentary on number Yud Bet, and he says, Yud Datika, Os Yud Shal Atika, which is Erich Anpin, Shehu Sod HaKrum. So what is this that we're talking about? This is the secret, the Krum Shemakasa V'Soisim Es HaMochas Dimor. That's the Krum that covers it over. As we get to more words that we have to think about what they mean, and then we have this word hamisater. That's one of the roads, which means crowns, but I think it means binds itself. I think we saw that somewhere else. I'm going to try that idea. So what is it said? He says it's timor. He said which is binds itself. B'ha'aros ha'chochma shebekeser, out of the chochma bounds itself to that. Besod kitter, like which kitter lashon smoke or something like that, some kind of radiance. Let's say a radiance. Hayotze b'mochos timor, that comes out of the mochos timor canal. Sasim b'itrui. Now I translated hine zera b'hatara hama'ater as hakrum. This is the crown, or this is the binding that binds the krum shu ha'chochma shebekeser hanal. The krum. I'm not sure that makes sense. He says hine zera itru shema'ater as hakrum. So sounds like it's on top of this krum shu ha'chochma shebekeser hanal, which is the chochman keser, which I thought is the mochas timor. It's a little bit vague to me. Nishar sasam, although I didn't read it all out. So he says, Ezeha itrish shema'ater ha'besakum shuhu ha'chochma shebekeser hanal. Nishar sasam, it remains closed. V'inda niftach his pasha bekrum, and it doesn't open up in such a way that it could actually go up to a higher level, which is the krum that covers it over. Ki hiba b'chidas chochma shenal nacha be'eni kol chai, because that's the chochma, the ultimate chochma here, source of all chochma, which is hidden from any of the possibility to be able to conceive of it. Ve'en mispashet b'mena etzem or, and the light, which is in this tremendous light that's inside of the mochas timor, never spreads. So he said, but rather, rak ha'ara bilvad, but there is a glow or a radiance of it that actually is mispashet. So the light within the mochas timor doesn't come out. It's a tremendous tzimtzum here. V'cheim afal gabsha osius hey and vav the Erich Anpin. Yesh lechem pesicha v'ketzaz giloy b'nikva ha'chotin. So he says these two letters have some opening, some ability to be able to be seen, or there are we could visualize them. B'nikva ha'chotin in the nostrils. Also, they're found in the sheish kitzvos seguf gedulchalon. We're going to explain because one of them is the nostrils, the other one is going to spread into the body. That is the hey, then respectively the vav. But in any case, the yud that we're talking about, that yud which is lodged in the kruma de avira, now he's saying that this is a higher level which covers over in some way and suppresses the light that's in the chochmas timor. Ze'os yud shal kruma de avira ein lo shum gilui b'sicha, doesn't have a way to get out. Begin Shema law, begin Shema lo ishtakach. Shah, I think it means Shama lo nishtakach. Lefi sha'osius shem havaya, or maybe he means the name lo ishtakach. You can't find that letter. Lefi sha'osius shem havaya ena nimsal b'nisgala, is not revealed. B'bechinas chochma, it's not there. That part of the chochma is not revealed. Commotion Emar, as it says, where do you find this chochma? The and it's hidden from the lights, from the eyes of all. Now the letter hey, os hey shall Erich Anpin, shemisate beor hayotzech bebina, which is joins together with the light that's coming from Bina Shebekesser, the Bina of the parts of Kesher canal, Afshahu Salsan Lamala B'Shorsho, even though it's closed up in where its root is, Hu niftach v'nizgala oirach b'makom acher lamata. It does reveal its light in another place. Mavar v'ketza nizgala. So how, in fact, does it be revealed? V'hechan hu hamakom achber v'acher shebo mizgala. And what is the nature of that other place we're talking about that is not revealed? What does that mean? V'amber v'inkiv between nukvin. So it makes an opening. That's what inkiv means. Between nukvin in the two nostrils, so that ruach that comes out of the bina of keser, over it passes through bechotem into the chotem, and when it's in the chotem, and it makes an opening in those two openings of the nose, the two nostrils of the nose. So then he says, "Ishtakach b'dikuna v'os." Nimsa b'nizgala, then you see that you find it, and it's revealed, ha'os hey, so v'nimsach b'nizgala os hey, shuhu b'bechinas tikun shvihi, which is the aspect of the seventh tikun, of the tikunim of the Gugolta, so just say like hey, that letter A. Anikra trin nukfing the bardashkin, it has this name given to it, and and we've seen it before. And that's the secret of this hey that's revealed in the nose. It also is seen or opens up in another place. Erich Anpin, which is actually binds itself to the light that comes out of the das and keser canal. So that interesting way he says that it binds itself to it. Niftach v'nizgala orach b'makom acher kolomer avshu salsum b'sharsho lamala b'makom adasa. Even though there you couldn't see it, hu niftach v'nizgala b'hispashas lamata b'shisha kitzvos the guf Erich Anpin, but it does come out and be seen over there. Over here in Shir Hashem, Cholek v'dodi, going towards my lover, I guess he means the Zair Anpin, the Meisharm going straight down there, that's the concept of the middle line, which represents Das. Kamo a shakasa b'pasuk, like a pasuk besod Das, shecholek b'makam shorsho lamala, that it's coming from the place of its root up above, El Makom Tiferes to Erich Anpin and Nikradodi, and to the place of its beloved one, that's so to speak, which is Zair Anpin. Mispashet Bakal Shisha Kitzvos, spread through all the different parts of Zair Anpin, Derech Chut HaShidra, down through that middle line, Shecholek Be'emsech B'mishor, and it goes down a straight line over there. It's lined on that middle line, but B'chinas Amuda de Emsa Isa, Shuhu Sod Meisharim, which is the concept of the straightness, the straight line. It's like a locomotive going down the track. It's going down that spinal cord or going down that middle line, relative speaking. So I'm running out of time. But boots into the cardinals of Behinis Pashnus Das because Spheres of Gul Shamarno, who besode Kava Mida, Hanikra boots into the cardinisas, because everything gets measured. V'omer od the Makasya Pischa to cover up that opening. Ki Gavura Sadas mispashte b'makom apeh de Erich Anpin, v'sod hevel leyotzim in the peh. That has to be thought about. Makasim as Pesach apeh, and it covers over the mouth of the opening of the mouth. V'achar shabir b'sichas v'giloi osius yud kei vav de Erich Anpin yesh hebdel bein os yud de Erich Anpin she'einoch niftakal the galkus oro, so its light never opens up. It remains Benemi, the Bain Osius Hey Vav. If you compared it there, the Erich Anpin Niftachim Legalus Oram. Yivar Atach Kach Gam Behis Kalalos Oras, the Osius Yud Gay Vav, the Erich Anpin, but Osius Yud Gay Vav, the Zair Anpin, Hanizgar, the Ale, like that we're talking the Yesh Hebdel, with what is revealed over here, Bebain his Kalalos or Os Yud, the Erich Anpin, Os Yud, the Zair Anpin. Lebain his kalalos osius hey and vav the Erich Anpin, but osius hey vav the Zair Anpin. There's a difference there. Vav le'elacha v'zavav l'tata. Ki os vav ha'lyodacha b'shech dasa mispasha b'shisha kitzvos the Erich Anpin lechlalas mishtatefes b'os vav atachtoina the Erich Anpin. Hey Eloh, hey Latata, Kamokain, the same thing by the letter Hey. Oz Hey Elyona Shabanik V'Chahoitim de Erich Anpin Nechlalas B'Mishtatefes B'Or Oz Hey Tachtona de Zair Anpin Yud Le'elu B'Bar Mishtate V'Achra, because in another Yud Elyona de Kruma Davira Eina Mishtatefes in Oz Yud Tachtona Zair Anpin. So what word Mishtatefes means exactly here? Sounds like it means it's not revealed. V'lo saleh b'hador. It doesn't go along with the Gemo Kain Oz Yud Tachtona de Zair Anpin Eina Oida de Hiskala b'Oz Yud Elyona de Erich Anpin V'Inyan Huki Oz Yud Elyona Eina Niftecha B'Legalos. Oro Canal doesn't open up to reveal. Bar Remiza de Remaram is that word, that concept again of that some kind of a hint to it. To call his Kalalos Oz Yud Elyona de Erich Anpin Oz Yud Tachtona de Zair Anpin Nirmezes B'Derek Remez Bilvad. That's the only way we know about it. I'm not sure exactly what it means. If it's not revealed, what's the remez? So if the Zera B'Yesh Kiyim Oz Yud Tachtona de Zair Anpin Ki below Yud Elyona de Erich Anpin Ein Kiyum L'Yud Tachtona de Zair Anpin. Thanks for giving me that little extra time. Kol Tov. And have a good Shabbos.